Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to Wild West Wednesday. Hello to everyone in the chat, Electric Dragon UK and Pixie Cow and the Deluxe Tux, and KCCCC90 and SummerB76, who I see has redeemed Show Off a Big Box Game. Oh, hey! Hello, Decaf Jedi. Welcome. And hello, Falco75. First time chat. Welcome. And hello, Npatch. All right, Summer. What do you want me to show off? LucasArts, Sierra, or other? I like the Laura Bow eavesdropping icon. Laura Bow is so subtle at eavesdropping. I feel like it's been a while since we saw Sierra Box. Okay. Actually, wait, no, I've already shown off the Dagger of Amon-Ra, so... actually, no one has redeemed Show Off a Big Box Game in a long time, so... Let's see. I've shown off the Colonel's Bequest, and I've shown the Dagger of Amon-Ra. Oh, by the way, I have a new Double Fine t-shirt. It was sent to me by Edmunditor from the chat, so that's cool. Oh, and you have also shown off a Big Box Game. Okay, well... Alright, so Summer wants a Sierra box. Npatch, what do you want? Sierra, LucasArts, or other? Now everyone's asking for big boxes. Well, I got plenty to show. I have many to show. My pick. Okay, well, let's have a look. See what I haven't shown off. Actually, it's spooky season, so let's show off. Let me see if I can find some appropriate spooky games. I've already shown off Phantasmagoria. Oh, here we go. Here's one. And... This one. Okay. So. Oh, hang on just 1 minute. I see I just got a voicemail from my landlord. Let me check that, and then I will come right back and I will show off my big boxes. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. It wasn't anything dramatic. It was just some packages that I already got that were left on the doorstep. Anyway, all right. So first one, Sierra, Gabriel Knight, or rather, the Beast Within, a Gabriel Knight mystery. Ooh, this is actually one of the big box games that I got. It is big. Look, it's on 6 CDs. Ooh. So I actually got I had Gabriel Knight the original, and I had Gabriel Knight 3, but I actually got Gabriel Knight 2 many years later on eBay, and then I got the box many years later separately on eBay. Yes, Windows 95, that old. This game came out in 1995, so it was exactly Windows 95. So inside the box, which is just this, we have, not much, we have a register your Sierra software thing, which obviously I did not do, and this, the CDs, all 6 of them, which has an advertisement for Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers. And there's really nothing really that exciting in here. I mean, there's the discs, and then there's the manual, which, whatever. I actually have a strategy guide that this came with, but it's not down here. It's upstairs. I should keep it in the box, but I have it with all of my other book stuff. So, which I don't have any books down here because basement. So that's kind of a quick one. And then the other one is other, which is The Last Express, which size-wise is roughly the same size, if not slightly bigger than Gabriel Knight. So The Last Express, this is a great game. I bought this on eBay as well. I never actually owned this originally when it came out. I have played it since. Enjoyed it very much. Nice rotoscoped imagery. Jordan Mechner, a very influential designer for me, because as you know, I rotoscope. What is this? This is weird. This has like a thing. Still to this day, haven't moved past the first 30 minutes. One day. Yeah, one day. Alright, so this one has a lot of interesting stuff. A registration card, as most of these things do. Yes! Please register my product effective immediately. Yes! We've got a troubleshooting guide for Windows 95, Windows 3.1, Power Mac, and Mac. I don't know if anyone ever registered their software. I'm sure someone did. I'm assuming you've watched video about rotoscopy, about Prince of Persia. I've seen Jordan Mechner talk about it. Yeah, I've seen the behind-the-scenes stuff of him filming his brother, filming his brother, and then like tracing over it with like taking pictures of the VCR frame by frame. That was really hardcore. That was yeah. So here's the manual. It's basically just a manual. It's a pretty good manual, actually. Egg clock, helpful hints, a nice map of Europe. Let's see, what else have we got? A bunch of screenshots. Oh, look, it actually has like a picture of the Orient Express. I guess it's not really. When all else fails, here's the credits. There's no like behind the scenes stuff. Oh, look, the cast. There's they list both the voices and the people. And some people played both the voices and the thing. A lot of credits here. Filmed at Cinerance West, San Francisco. Behind the scenes. Oh, I guess that's the behind the scenes featurette. Anyway, nice manual. More games should come with manuals nowadays. And then we have, of course, this, which doesn't have an insert, but CD 1 of 3. And we've got all the CDs. So there you go. Did Mechner voice anything? I don't know. Let's see. I don't think so. Some interesting names in here. Yes. Jordan Mechner voiced Porter Ines. He played and voiced Porter Ines, who I don't remember. So, there you go. He is actually in the game. Good question. So, that is The Last Express. And that has been today's session of Show Off a Big Box Game until the next redemption. I should probably set a cooldown on those so that we don't just spend the whole stream. But you guys are good. You don't troll me with the cooldowns. Oh, wait! This is one of those boxes that has a flap. All aboard for the ride of your life. Dun dun dun. Oh, The Last Express. Thank you. I do need some hydration after talking all about that. All right. Let me put these back, and then we'll get started. Okay. And just as I sit down, there's another ring at the door. Let's see if it's another package delivery. We get too many packages at this house, I'm telling you. This is the day. This is the day for it. can't see who that is. It's some guy. I don't know who that is. Oh well, anyway. Right, so let's get on with this. So today, I am doing some placeholder sketches, some background sketches, for a section of the game that I had not yet implemented. And you might be thinking, I thought you had this whole game playable. Yes, but with some chunks missing, and I'm putting in those missing chunks. So, yeah, so I just started doing this little section yesterday, and I have to do some sketches for it. So I have my document open over here, which I can read my descriptions from. So the first thing, so basically the overworld, I guess, the main area of this is this big scrolly background that I drew. This is a settlement called New Bethel, which is made out of a crashed airship, which is why we have the front and the back of this galleon-looking thing, and there's a big communal tent in the middle that's made out of the airship's balloon. And it's a mountaintop settlement, so we're looking at the top of a mountain. There's a cabin all the way over there. There's a graveyard over here, which you can't really tell. You can't see my cursor, but there's a graveyard over here to the left, as evidenced by these crosses here, and then the path down the mountain is here. So yeah, and then there's rooms that are inside these various ship parts. So I have to do that. I have on my list, I have 8 backgrounds total, which this one counts as 1, so I really only have 7 left. But yeah, I'm gonna start with the interior of the tent, because that is kind of the intro to this bit, kind of segues into that, and then after that there's like a party scene inside this tent, and then you actually get free reign and you can walk around and like do all the stuff you need to do. So let me go ahead and do that first. Let's see. So yeah, shut up. Let's see. So we're at the tent. There's musicians, there's tables, and right, okay. So basically it just needs to be a tent, the interior of a tent. I'm going to use 2-point perspective, just because. And go ahead and say that the edge of the tent, it needs to be like, let me see, let me look for a reference here. Look up big party tent. Interior. Right, that's what I want. I want like a big wedding tent that just has a bunch of... Actually, this tent looks a lot better than what I had in mind. This actually looks like it's made from a balloon. So that's cool. All right, so you know what? I think I might just steal this. I'm just gonna go ahead and steal this image. There, just gotta make that bigger. Come on. There you go, you can do it. Alright. Alright. So we have Harley here for size. That's about the right size there. And then, yeah, I'll just when's the last time that I practiced Hello, horse who can drive. When's the last time I practiced what? There's many things one can practice. Alright, so that's basically that. Alright, so for my sketch layer, I'm gonna have the back of the tent. Something that you practice sometimes. I haven't practiced anything in a long time, actually. I certainly haven't like done any art studies or anything like that in a while. And I haven't practiced guitar in years. So, yeah, I haven't practiced in a long time, I'm sorry to say. I don't even know why I'm bothering to sketch this, because it's basically... This is basically the background. I should just save it like this. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to waste any time here. I'm just going to save it. Save as. Main scene 3. Tent. Interior. Okay. Occasionally I like to sit down, meditate, consider my options. Well, that's good. I have never really sat down and meditated. Perhaps I should. Alright, so tent interior, ping. Ping. I think I'm going to get rid of this table in the center. Or maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. We'll see. There is no should, only try. Sometimes I like to sit and think, other times just sit. That's also a valid option. Okay, so I got that. So let's get rid of this. And let's get rid of my sketch layer. Actually, let me select all and clear that. And the next thing I want to do, it's on my list here. What's on my list? Let's do the graveyard. I like a good, since it's Halloween season, let's do a nice graveyard. Nice cliff-topped graveyard overlooking the mountains. Keep a perspective grid in the center, but raise up the horizon. And keep Harley at size here. So let me just yeah, spooky stream is right. So let's see, let me just check my document here and see what we got going in this scene so I know what needs to be in it. Here we go, the graveyard. Okay. Alright, so the graveyard's just going to be a matter of figuring out who's who, I guess. Okay. Francisco Ghoulzales. This art thing is really easy. Find photo, save, boom, it's done. Yeah, for now. For now. Then later when I have to actually do it, that's the tricky part. Okay, so first things first, as always, is set the horizon, which is that, and then of course we've got to have some mountains in the background. Those are mountains, and then we've got the tree line. These are trees. You're gonna have to just use your imagination and pretend that these are trees. And then we've got some cliffs here. And the edge of this cliff which is here. That's where our thing ends, and the graves will be along the edge of this cliff here, but then there's going to be like trees and bushes and stuff at the edge of the cliff, so you know, you don't like, there's no guardrails or anything, but let's have a nice tree here to break up the scene a little bit. Alright, and then we'll have a hint of the fence here because I wanted to have what do you call it? A fence around the edge of the graveyard to sort of distinguish it from the rest of the thing. So we'll have the fence. Well, we'll have more than just a hint of the fence. I guess we'll just have the fence over here. So then we can have like, this is where you come in. But then of course you should also be able, if this is where you come in, you should also be able to see like the edge of the, well, no, you know what, let's just have the fence here. This shouldn't be where you come in. She'll come in from the right side of the screen and the fence will just be there. Because otherwise I would have to draw the whole ship, and I don't want to draw the whole ship again. So I'll just have a few more little bushes and things here. Nice little whatever. Some foreground bushes. Just to set the scene a little bit. Make it nice. Make you know that you can't go down. And then we get to the fun part. Yeah, it's a rundown. Somehow I'm picturing the graveyard near the clifftop edge. It is right on the clifftop edge. It's basically a fence that's made out of just random planks of wood recovered, salvaged from this crashed airship. Everything in this village is made out of recovered bits of crashed airship. So here we have some, I'm gonna make this the dirt patch here. This is sort of the perimeter of grass, of fully grassy areas, and then the middle bit will have some grass in it, like here and there, just for the hell of it, to put some clouds in. How big was that airship? It was big. It was enough to transport a bunch of people across the country. Also, hello Nevik Link. If you ever played Arcanum, think about the airship. Anyway, this is literally how big it is. And this is how big the character is in the scene, so that's how big it is. I'm picturing benches made out of ripped out seating. Yeah, that could be a thing as well. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's have one of those here. Let's have a bench for people who want to sit at the graveyard. Made out of ripped out seating. Because what graveyard is complete without a bench, right? Let's have another one over here. Nice symmetrical graveyard. Yes, Arcanum OST is great. It absolutely is. Also, while I'm here, let me save this as graveyard, so I don't accidentally overwrite anything. Okay, so I got that. Now I want to see. Okay, so this is what I want. So I want all of these graves, which there's like, let's say there's several of them. We'll define them here. Have a nice path through. Right, so every single one of these graves is just a pile of rocks. This is important. You get the idea. It's just a pile of rocks. Alright, so we got a cross on each one of them. And probably some flowers, but do this as well. Okay, so here's our graveyard. Bam. I'll save as graveyard.ping. Okay. Now, for the next background. Isn't the bench on the right side a little too close to the grave? Yes, it is. So let's I mean, obviously this is just a sketch, so I don't really care too much about placement and things. But yeah, in the final version, I'll have the bench further away from the graves. I imagine they would use the superstructure as well. Airships had rigid metal frameworks. Yeah, I imagine the superstructure, or the framework, is what they're using to hold up their big communal tent. So, which now will have a different shape, considering that I'm using the other one first. So there's that. Anyway, all right, so that's graveyard sketched. Let's see, what else have we got. Let's do Harley's quarters next, which is to say her guest quarters, and this will be in 2-point perspective, because actually, no, you know what? It'll be in 1-point perspective because I want to have a door. And when there's a door, it needs to be consistent. Otherwise, I have to do lots of animations that I don't feel like doing. So, why is IGDA sending me stuff I don't want? I've still never played it, but the OST makes me say it's good anyway. Oh, hang on. I've missed some comments here. I tried Arcanum last year, but had a real hard time getting into it. I tried Arcanum when I was making Lamplight City, just to sort of get an idea of what was expected in steampunk, and I got as far as Tarrant. And then I was like, okay, I don't need to play this anymore. But I mean, you know, I'm just not a huge fan of those types of RPGs. But it was a lot of fun. From what I played. I've seen Ben tweeting about it a lot lately. Yeah, because he's revisiting it. He's the one that kept nagging me to play it. And I played it and I was like, this is already what I thought steampunk was, so I don't really need to play it. Okay, so I'm going to look at this background here for reference as far as the doorway. Here's the door. Let's take this over here. Alright, so that's where the door is going to be. That's where the door is going to be, and this is going to be just a standard box room. But the reason I do this is, again, so I can use the same animation and I don't have to do a separate animation for every single door. This is what's known as being either lazy or efficient. I'm not sure which. Okay. So, there's the door. And now that'll also means that this is the edge here. And these quarters are not particularly big, so... Okay. Oh, hello, A Maple Mystery. Seems like passenger areas were built into the superstructure in the Hindenburg. Well, the Hindenburg is it's a Zeppelin that, you know, 20th century Zeppelin. This is a 19th century steampunk airship, so I can take a little bit more artistic license with the mechanics of it. I'm wondering if at any point in the game you will animate someone riding into the sunset. I don't have plans to, but that might change. Who knows? Why not the opposite for originality? Someone riding away from the sunset? I could do that, actually. Apparently the Hindenburg's B deck had a smoking room, which just makes me think of Archer and the bit where he completely fails to understand that the airship he's on contains helium. I don't think I've seen that episode. Is that like post-season 5? Because if it is, I haven't seen it. And if it isn't, I don't remember it. Right, towards the screen. Will there be any character cameos from Lamplight City? I just finished the game and already missed them. Well, it's not really technically a cameo, but the main character of Rosewater is Bill's sister. So there's that connection there. And there is one character, one minor character who will be in Rosewater, but that's roughly about it. I mean, I wanted to keep it as minimal as possible because even though it's set in the same world and it's a few years later, I feel like, I don't know, it always annoys me in fiction where you have like always the same characters showing up again, because it's like that just means that your world is really small, and you know, anyway, it's really far away. Yeah, exactly, it's the other side of the country, so it wouldn't really make sense to have Lamplight City people there unless they all decided to spontaneously move. And then it's like, well, that's dumb. That's like the Saved by the Bell issue with they moved from Ohio or whatever to California, and then it just so happened that they were all there. Anyway, let me look at this room description real quick. Excuse me. At least 16. Oh wow, I need a lot more graves in that graveyard. Okay. Quarters. You were offered a cot in the Stern Hall quarters, shared by Bridget and Patrick. Stern Hall. Okay, that means that you're coming in from this building, so it makes sense that the door would be on this side. Okay, so this needs to be more interesting shape because it's inside a ship, so let's make it look like the inside of a ship. The smoking room was kept at a higher pressure than the rest of the ship so that no leaking hydrogen could enter the room, and the smoking room was separated from the rest of the passenger section by a double-door airlock. Interesting. The minor character who appears in Rosewater is 100% the parrot from Case 1. No, it's not. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's not. Let's have a look. Ah, here we go. Okay, cool. Cool. So first and foremost, yeah, this should look like the inside of a ship, which should make it interesting. Rather than just a box room, it should look like the inside of a ship. Let me find a good reference picture here. That works. I guess this also works. Although I need more. Yeah, here we go. This is more like it. Okay. The madam? Which one? Okay, you're offered a cot in the stern hall quarters, which means the stern hall is smaller and contains the master's suite. Oh, wait, hold on. The stern hall is smaller and contains the master's suite and the former officer's quarters. And the former captain's quarters. Oh, I see. The bowl. Okay, so she's gonna be alright, so this is gonna be a little different. Okay. What room is this supposed to be? This is a room inside this part of the airship, which is basically inside of the ship that's converted into a bedroom, a quarters, and this is where you have been offered to stay, so it's basically a interior ship cabin looking thing. But it's inside this, so I want it to look like it's inside a ship and obviously have like windows or something. So I think I'm gonna have it be a little bit further in. Let's see. So I want it to be, yeah, something like this. Let's open this image in a new tab and have a look at the layout here. Okay, that looks a lot cooler than what I've got. So there's that. You know what? I can make the door smaller. It really doesn't matter. I can keep the door, as long as I keep the door in like the same perspective grid, it doesn't matter. So hang on. So what I'm going to do is have the door be over here and a lot smaller. But I can still use the same animation, I just have to scale it when I do. But yeah, the important thing is that it's on the same line. Okay, so this is going to be make this a little bit more curved. Actually, wouldn't it be... I guess it would be the other way. Well, hang on. Let me just redo this. Well, the problem with that is that it messes up my door placement. So we'll just pretend it's the other way. Right. Okay. So obviously the floor is wooden. That just needs to be suggested. So is the ceiling. Right, and then there's beams across the top. As one would expect. Oops. Ah! Oh my god, why are you not obeying? Obey me! Obey me, Photoshop. I command you. Alright, so this is fine here. And then I want to have, yeah, like another beam across here. Well, actually, this needs to be the part from where all the beams come out, so really it's lower. So all the ceiling beams come into this thing. And then, of course, we have the wood, which is fine. And then, yeah, I guess we can just have... So what's in here? Sorry, there's a lot to read here. All right. Yeah, there's really nothing in this room. I don't know why this... I mean, I guess we need it because it's drama, but yeah, it doesn't really have anything of purpose in here. Oh, sorry. What's going on? Whoa, I've been raided by 2 bots? Are you thinking any inexplicable piping since it's steampunk? No, I don't think so. Hold on, let's ban these bots. Oh look, the account has been suspended or deactivated in the minutes since. And Pro Scorpion has also been suspended or deactivated. Well, now they're banned. Goodbye. Forever. Yeah, thanks Pixie Cow. You should just blacklist bigfellows.com. I'm sure they've found a way around them. Are you a member of any guilds? I am not. I'm already famous to you. That's sweet. I'm a small follower. I hope that's okay. Reported them. Thank you, Npatch. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, this I need to look this up again. Where was I? Phil is invited here. You are offered a cot in the sternal quarters shared by Bridget and her 12-year-old son Patrick. Ranger. Okay, so there should be a bunk bed in here. Which will be mostly this section here. Put the bed in the corner. Always put beds in the corner. Because that's how it should be. Put your bed up against the wall so you don't fall out of it. That's the logic. My god, that poor dog. The dog has separation anxiety. Okay, so here's a bunk bed. Very ugly bunk bed, but a bunk bed nonetheless. And you get a cot. So let's have like a dresser here. With a mirror. Go back to my thing here. I guess we can have some decorations here, because people decorate their houses with stuff. Well, we can have a little... Actually, the mirror can be over here, and the dresser can be over here. Do a little night table with a lamp on it. There's a lamp, night table, dresser over here. Mirrors here. And then a window. Should have a window for sure. Yeah, there should be a table right in the center. It's a table right in the center. With like dishes and stuff on it or whatever. Various trinkets on the table. And a chair. Well, some chairs. And we'll have the cot be like over here. There's Harley's cot. So she can be like, gee, thanks. I appreciate the... This is the pillow. So she gets a cot. There's a chair over here, and there's a chair over here. These chairs need to be bigger, but there's, at least you know they're chairs, right? They should also have like a chest of things. Not that you can look in it, but I mean, at least there's like hot spots to look at. And should be something else over here, I think. I mean, they have a lamp, but they should also have like a lantern up here for their table. And what else? What else? What else? I mean, I guess some sort of decoration, some sort of like plant or something here. There we go. It's a pretty decent looking living quarters, I'd say. So I will save this as Harley's quarters. Okay. So there's that. Are you a member of Mensa, the dumbest organization? Heck, Notch was in Mensa. No, I've never applied, and I don't think I. No. The back is a bit bare left of the door. Problem solved. Well, good. I'm glad I solved the problem before real time happened. Did I make this too big? Yeah, that's a huge dresser. That needs to be a lot smaller. That needs to be like here. Like up to her shoulders at the maximum. And then the mirror can just be here. that's better. Okay, so save that as Harley quarters. Did I save that on my desktop? Let's find out. Nope. Okay, good. So that's taken care of as well. And let's see what we got next. We've got we've got some spoilery things. So you know what? I'm going to put these in AGS now, and I'm going to build the rooms, and I'm going to walk between them before I go on any further. So let's go ahead and go over to Act 2 Encounters, Main Scenes. I had to reset all of my room edges for code purposes, so let's go over here to Airship. Alright. New room, which is 114. Let's have it be the graveyard. New Bethel. Not Ethel. New Bethel graveyard. Okay. Yes, there we go. Okay, so bottom edge is 720, left edge is 245, right edge is 1035, and top edge is 0. Just to get that out of the way. So now for some very basic walkable areas, because this is all going to change once it gets drawn. But I'm just going to have you walk here. So nothing too exciting. And then the hotspot for now will just be the exit, because that's all I really need for the moment. So we name this exit and set the properties to 2 because it's a right exit, and there we go. There's room 114. And then we also have room 115, which is New Bethel guest quarters. Go. And once again, bottom edge 720, left edge 245, right edge 1035, and top edge 0. And once again, hotspots will be the door, I should probably have something in here of interest, because otherwise this room is pointless. But I'll have to go over the design document and check to see. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, there should be. I think I have an idea of what I can do in here. But anyway, properties. Set that to also 2 because it's right. And of course, set my walkable areas, which are here. And obviously, there has to be a walkable area by the cot because that's where she gets up. But okay, and then walkable area 2, which is going to be my scaling walkable area. And I'm going to guess that the minimum scaling is like 70. But we'll see how it looks in game. I might have to change that. I'll probably have to change it. That's how it goes. Okay, and then the other one was the tent interior. The easiest one of all because I didn't even have to draw it. There we go. So bottom edge is 720, left edge is 245, right edge is 1035, top edge is 0. Okay. And for hotspots, the exits should be on either side because why not? Oh, I didn't. Whoops. I'll make the exits over here. At least that's actually a good guideline because that lets me know that I shouldn't put anything interesting or important on either one of these sides because they will be the exits. So we'll have exit left, which is 1. And we'll have exit right. Which is 2. Let's make sure that they're both level here. Oh, no, they're not. Now they are. Alright, cool. And let me set my walkable areas, which for right now is just going to be one boring one. One boring one there. Cool. Okay, let's build this. Let's build this. So what I want to happen now is I'll have Harley changed to over here just as a placeholder thing. Excuse me. So player change room, and that's 116. Yes, 116 there, down right. Change this to temp, and we'll say see Lola dot change room -1, see Nadbod change room -1, see Jakebod dot change room, Danny change room -1, see Mixbody dot change room -1, see Jerome, change room, -1, and see Johanna, change room, -1. Alright. So I just want them to all go away so I can search this area in peace. Alright, so now for hotspots, we'll have this be the area here. So if you choose that, change room, and then we go to 113, but I don't know the coordinates just yet. And Patridine hydrate. Thank you, I could use some. Hello, screen name taken. sort of a coding day. You missed earlier I was sketching out the placeholder backgrounds, and now I'm just implementing them into AGS and making you able to walk between them, so yeah. Alright, so also, very important, start cutscene, mouse click, and then end cutscene. Okay. So now we go to the main area here, and I want to figure out where I want her to be. So let's not change the edges, let's change to the walkable areas, and I want her to be, you leave the tent and you're here. So for now, we just change that to here. Oh, 1 second. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. It was a phone call that I needed to get. All right, so where was I? Yes, all right, so change room. Oh, also facing down. Direction down. And for exit right, oops, that's the wrong room. Let's go to exit right, which will have it be over here. Actually, you know what? If I'm gonna have it be exiting these areas, I'm gonna make the walkable area smaller so that it doesn't get too crazy, and then of course put one over here so that the character is not tiny when they come into the room because of the scaling on the previous screen. So let me make sure here. 1138. THX 1138. How appropriate. Alright, 1138, and we'll have it be 131 on the left side. So let's do interact. It's Wednesday already, just dropping in for a few minutes to check out what you're doing. Well, I am building a section of the game. Hello, Edmund Detour. Look, I'm still wearing my Double Fine shirt that you sent me. I will be wearing it for the whole week because I'm a filthy man. 131, 704, oh, wait, no, not wait while animating. Okay, so I love that I've made a wait while animating and wait while moving, but I don't like that they autocomplete before walk, because I'm so used to just typing WA and having it autocomplete to walk. Now I have to type WAL, and I haven't gotten used to that yet. 131, 704, block, walkable areas. Walk, -80, 704, E-block, anywhere. And then same thing, player change room, same spot. And I don't care that it takes you to the same spot, I just want to give the player the option to exit the screen on either side, because that's nice. It's nice to have options, as they say. Alright. It's Halloween and it's appropriate. Yes, yes it is. Okay, so we have this room taken care of. But let's go over here to the main area. And we need a hotspot for the tent. Which hotspot 1 is tent. Okay, you're gonna have to forgive me here because I'm gonna make a terrible pun, but we have the entrance to the tent, so I'm going to call it Tentrance. And it is going to be a upwards exit, so it's 3. And when you interact with this, we're going to have the player walk to, there it goes again, wait while moving. Player's gonna walk over to, oh, you know what? Here's something else I have to do, because you set the walk speed to 6:4. When you come in here, I have to set a little room leave function. Leaves the room, player set walk speed to 8:6 again, otherwise it's gonna be all messed up. A tentative pun, there you go. That was intense, absolutely. Too bad Costas Theropods isn't here to appreciate that. 404 did get out, oh boy. Okay, so 116 takes us to 1384, 488. 1384, 488, block, walkable areas, player face direction, up, block, and then player change room, oops, change room, I say, to 116, -80, 704. And we also have to double click to exit. To quick exit. I couldn't be bothered to look up the actual GIF. We all know what you're talking about, though, so it's fine. So, room 116, we come back here, and we go to room after fade in. And we say if player.previousroom is equal to 113, then player walk 131 704 E block E anywhere. So that's you walking in from into the walkable areas into this room. Cool. All right. Now let's go back to our hub here, and let me make some more hotspots. So we've got the tentrance. We've got this door here, which will be H Harley quarters, and this will be, excuse me, this will be a left exit. And then we've got over here, we've got graveyard. H graveyard. No. Gravy ward. Let's go to the gravy ward, everybody. Alright, so this is also a left exit. And then, I think that's everything I've drawn so far, right? Yes, the tent interior, the graveyard, the guest quarters. Yes, those are the three things. Ah, yes, HQ. Yes. So the gravedigger is the warden? Yes. I was thinking more of the ward of a hospital wing or something, like where you go to the... It's all gravy-related incidents. Okay, so let's go to our walkable areas here and actually set this walkable area to higher because it needs to be a little higher. There. And there. So we'll have Harley come over here. Slipped on gravy and broke a hip. That works. I was thinking more like consumed too much gravy, but that also works. Okay, so if we click on this, and we interact, we have player walk. Damn it, again. I'm never going to get this. Player walk to these places, face direction, up left. Okay. Start cutscene, mouse click, and cutscene. Tries to think of a Bisto pun and fails. We end up in a condimental institution. Yes. Is gravy considered a condiment, though? I would have thought it would be more like a sauce. But then, I don't know. Alright, so my hotspot here is the door. And the walkable area is here. So hotspot interact will take us all the way over here. Player walk. Look, I got it on first try. I'm so happy. Oops. Player.face direction down right. Player.change room 113. And that is 1064.77. Down right. Start cutscene. Mouse click. And end cutscene. Honorific. Yes, that's how we do it here. I'm gonna drink some more water. Ultimate stupidity, but I just imagine someone stranded in an island spelling SOS as sauce, so he just gets sent a delivery instead of an extraction. Wow. That is interesting. Alright, so 902477 are the coordinates to remember here. Because we were changing room. Changing to room 115 at those coordinates and facing down left. Okay. And finally, for the graveyard. Actually, I don't have any rooms open. Right. Did I do the... No, I didn't do the graveyard yet. No. Alright. So let's go back over here. And the graveyard is going to be... The graveyard's going to be up here. And hotspot graveyard. Walkable areas, not anywhere. The consequences of not paying attention in school. The first 999 guys got it right, but that guy on the 1000th island really messed it up. Oh, jeez. Ugh. I'm just gonna ignore the chat for a little while. I have to concentrate on this. Excuse me. Okay, so now let's open up the graveyard, which I already have the stuff for. Walkable area. Actually, let's also do this. $521. Alright, let's say player.change room 114 1350 521 direction left. Right. And then when you come into the graveyard, you walk to here. So room after fade in. If player.previous room is equal to 113, which it always will be, but still. And then face direction. Left, and there. And then if we click on the hotspot, we start our cutscene. We end our cutscene, and we do something in between, which is player.walk 1189. Ooh, 1189, 521, block walkable areas, player walk 1350, 521, block anywhere, player dot change room 113, 145 472, direction down right. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's all the rooms so far connected. Terry Pratchett once told the story of how he absentmindedly asked a wait person for 3 Mile Island dressing. They brought Thousand Island dressing and a bottle of Tabasco. Okay. Alright. So now that I've got all this, let's test. And by let's test, I mean, let me just walk around all of these rooms that I just did and see that they work. And even though it's placeholder dialogue, I guess if you want, I can put on streamer mode so that it's all, so that you don't actually see any of the placeholder dialogue, even though it's not really that spoilery. But I'll let you all decide. Do you want the dialogue to be gibberish, or do you want it to be placeholder? The choice is yours, chat. Vote now. 1 for streamer mode, 2 for placeholder. Can you roll a dice? I don't have one. I mean, I can roll a... No preference. Okay. 2. Okay. So far we have no preference and placeholder. So I guess we'll just... I guess you guys don't care too much about spoilers, which is fine. It's not like there's really any here. Why is this taking so long? Oh, I'm getting sleepy. Oh, here we go. This is gonna run super slow. I still haven't bothered changing my NVIDIA, or trying to see if changing my NVIDIA preferences makes any sort of difference at all. Yeah, that's alright. That's not too bad. Alright. What's going on out here? The bridge across the canyon is out, so now what? Well, we take the detour on the road to the north. It goes through a mountain pass. I wouldn't do that if I was you. That road's haunted. Nobody goes that way, ever comes back. Can it, old man? Nobody asked you. Right, let's get a move on then. I take the detour, and there is a crash, which leads us to the next scene. How bad is it? Bad. The front axle is broken. It's going to take some time to fix. I suggest you all find a suitable place for us to camp. We might be here a couple of days. Who's this? Hey there, having some wagon trouble? I'm Jerome, and I'm inviting you to my settlement up the mountain. You're welcome to stay with us while you get your wagon fixed. Welcome to New Bethel. My name is Joanna, and I'm in charge here. Please make yourselves at home. You'll love it here and never want to leave. We're going to have a special feast in your honor tonight. But first, we're a peaceful community. Please hand over all your weapons. Now let us have a prayer. Thank you, God, for sending us these lost lambs and for blessing New Bethel by keeping it from the troubles below. Now let the festivities begin. Alright, so here we are in our... Oh! There's a problem right there. Which is, that shouldn't have happened, because, yes. P.S. This is not a cult. Of course not. Of course it's not a cult. That mechanic was moonwalking into it. Okay, so there's nothing here. So, here we are. Here we are walking around New Bethel. We can go inside here. Here's our guest quarters. The scaling seems okay. Perfectly fine. She scales correctly. Is she the correct height out here? Yes, she is. So come over this way. Go to the graveyard. And here's our graveyard. And she should probably be a little bit smaller because this the way I drew this stuff is a lot bigger than she is, or a lot smaller than she is, so she should probably scale to about like 90 in this scene. Is this in the area of Utah? I don't think they passed through Utah. I think this is more in the area of like Nevada. Alright, so with the exception of the scaling there, that's okay. Hobbit Graveyard, yeah, that's tiny. Yeah, so that was all of the, that was all that work for all those 3 scenes that I just did. So if we go into the tent, same thing, she comes in from the left side. Alright, and then, yeah, so basically the other rooms are this door, and this cabin up here, which if you walk up, I think she scales okay, because I was doing this yesterday. There we go. Alright. Cool, so the next thing I want to do, before I do any more sketches, is I'm going to add another character. Let's stay in here. Well, actually, the first thing I'm going to do is go to the graveyard and change the scaling to, let's try 85 first, and we'll leave it there for now. So let me just check my design doc here a second. Patrick, okay, Patrick. So Patrick is a 12-year-old kid, ranger in training. So we need some views and we need some characters for him. So let's go down to Act 2 encounters, main scenes, airship, new subfolder, Patrick. We'll say Patrick stand. Or will he have does he need a walking animation? Let me see. Is he going to need a walking animation? He is going to need a walking animation, so we'll call it Patrick Walk. Actually, I'll just call it Pat Walk. Pat Walk. So he needs a sprite, which means he needs a placeholder sprite, which means he will be, let's see, who should he be? He's a 12-year-old kid. Do I have any 12-year-old kid sprites? Not really. No, I don't have any 12-year-old kid sprites. Who do I... TD Poco from Broken Sword 2 comes to mind. He was a small man. He wasn't a 12-year-old kid. Let's see. Who do I have? Who do I have from... Wait, I know. Hold on. Don't I have him in here? I have to have him in here. He is in here. Where is he? There he is. Denby. Denby from Shardlight. That's a good stand-in for a 12-year-old kid. Even though Denby was older than 12, we just need a kid sprite. So, alright. So that's his walk view. And then we go to characters, Act 2 encounters, main scenes, airship, new subfolder, Patrick. And we call this new character P-A-T Patrick Bod. And his normal view is main scenes, airship, there, that's his normal scene. And he starts in room 113. Yes, yes. Let's go to room 113 and place him in his spot. Yes. I want to save all the changes. Alright. Characters, have him standing here. He is guarding the path down the mountain. Because of course this isn't a cult. Why would you think that? He totally is fine with the idea of you leaving. Why wouldn't he be? It's not a cult after all. I feel like you're throwing some shade on Denby. Denby sucks. No, I'm kidding. Poor Denby. I feel bad for Denby. How about Patty as a nickname? Not shady at all. Throw you in the paddy wagon. Alright, so he's there. Cool. So that was easy. There he is. You know what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some more placeholder stuff. So let's go into the tent interior and let's have walkable areas. Let's have a second walkable area here for other stuff. And let's have the scaling here be from 100 to 90. And instead of changing to room 1, we'll have Joanna change here. Joanna change room to room 116. 116. There you go. Okay. And then in room 116, after fade in, if player previous room is equal to 113 and Joanna Bod is dot room is not equal to 116, then you do that. But otherwise, we just do that. Now, if C Joanna Bod dot is in room, that's another custom function that Edmundo helped me make. We say wait 20, and then we have some, again, placeholder dialog. C Joanna Bod dot say custom. This is a great party. It will be interactive in the main game. For now, go to your quarters and get some sleep. Wait 1, C Joanna Bod, change room -1, player dot change room 115, 115, and let's make sure we've got the coordinates here. Yeah, 167,646. This is going to change anyway. Down right. Okay. So let's try this again. Loading. Alright, skip the scene again. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Come up to my mountain. Let the festivities begin. And then we go over here. There she is. This is a great party. It will be interactive in the main game. For now, go to your quarters and get some sleep. Alright. And then now we wake up here. And now we have free reign to explore New Bethel again. But of course, there's not much to... Oh no, what happened? She didn't change. Oh, because it's the wrong character. See, that's the problem with having characters that have kind of the same name. Not Joan Bod. Johanna Bod. That's the difference. Okay. Now we're good. I don't know why I'm starting the game up again, because I don't need to test. I'm going to do one more placeholder sketch, and then I'm going to call it a stream because I'm getting very, very hungry. So let's do... What do I have left? Eliza's quarters, ranger cabin, cave, and crow's nest. Let's do Eliza's quarters, because that should be fun. Let me just make sure I read the description. Eliza's quarters, performer's captain quarter. Okay, so that's, you don't need to see that. I'm gonna have Jake sitting outside, so I don't have an extra room just for Jake. Alright, select all. Get rid of that. So what I'm gonna do for this one is I'm gonna have it be a back-facing one. So the room is just gonna be deselect. The room is going to be you enter it from the door from here, and it's from there, so it's also going to have like a curved shape up this way. Although, well, yeah, it's going to be, wait, hold on, if we're looking at it from this way, it's going to be, okay, yeah, I got it. So it's going to be curved up this way, but then on this side, because it's divided by a wall, it's going to be straight. So it's sort of a weird angle, but that's fine. And it's, the door is right close to here. So we'll have the door here. And that goes there, and this goes here. Okay. So once again, this is kind of like the beam area. So I'm gonna have this be the sort of ceiling beam. That doesn't need too much. Okay, so Eliza's quarters, the scene. This is an important room because it has things in it. It's an important thing. It's an important room because it has things in it. Remember that. Okay. Okay. Alright, so this room needs a window, first of all, which is on the side here. Needs two windows, actually. Let's catch up on if anyone's chatting. Nope. Okay, so alright, so she should have a big bed that goes this way. Some sort of fancy deal here. How big is Harley? I always draw beds too big, so it's good to have the characters for reference. You may remember Ben Jordan slept in like a California triple king. Never quite got the bed size right for that game. So, alright. Oh, Ivy's live. I guess I'll raid her after we're done here. Lucky guy, yeah. He I don't know how he afforded such a big bed, but he certainly had one. Okay, so this room is going to be also a little bit, I think the foreground is going to do a lot of work here because, quite frankly, there's not a lot happening in here. I wonder if the artist drawing me can make such mistakes. The artist drawing you or the artist drawing for you? So there's going to be a desk. I mean, a roll top desk, because those are more interesting looking than normal desks. Drawing you. Oh. Who's drawing you? And for what? I'm curious. These are also wood here. Let's have a coat rack. Because we need a coat rack. No idea. Is this a hypothetical artist drawing you, or is there actually someone that's drawing you? I guess I'm not quite understanding. Okay, so... So I need to find Okay, I think that should change up a little bit, but that's fine. Alright, so let's have her have a painting or something up here. I mean, the room should tell us about the character, so let me see the character's description as well. Eliza, alright. Oh man, this is good. Okay. Sorry. I didn't write any of this, so I'm the one I'm allowed to say it's good. I'm not just tooting my own horn here. Okay, so... Oh! Thank you for following, Gussie Marie. It's a nice name. Dude! That's a lot of exclamation marks. Also, welcome to the chat. First time chat, Gussie Marie. I need more water. I'm getting dry. That game was so fun. Which one? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. What? Thank you, person on Twitter? I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, Lamplight City, right. Okay. N-Patch redeemed stretch. Oh, right. Gussie Marie, you were streaming it. You were streaming it last week. That's right. Of course. Thank you for streaming the game. I'm glad you liked it. The community had a blast with the story. That's nice. You came to our show. It was good to... Yes, that's right. That's right. I remember now. Sorry, I was confused because there was somebody else that was tweeting about streaming it earlier today, and I wasn't sure if that was that. But yes, I remember. Yes. Hello, Avi David SD. How far are you into the dev? Can we expect any news soon? Well, I am currently sketching some placeholder backdrops for a section that I'm building now. I wouldn't expect any major news the rest of this year. But yeah, I'm just, it's going along. It's getting closer. Every day it gets a little bit closer. But anyway, yeah, thank you for streaming the Lamplight City, and like I said, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and thank you for being here. So yeah, this is Rosewater I'm working on. Actually, now would be an excellent time to play the trailer, just in case you've never seen it, or anyone else who's new here hasn't seen it. Let's play a little quick trailer for Rosewater. Oh, gonna play the one in Miami next, the Golden Wake. The game will be released at some point. Yes, it will. Oh, thank you, Dwarven Jester, for the bits. So yeah, let's play the Rosewater trailer.
Tell me, what is it you want out of life? Fortune, glory, the thrill of adventure? I'm offering you a chance at all three. You just need to do me one small favor. You've something of a reputation, you know. Clever, resourceful, maybe a little dangerous. I do hope that's accurate. The path won't be straightforward. You'll encounter obstacles along the way, perhaps even some other dangerous people. You'll need some help, but I assure you the rewards far outweigh the risks. You will be richer than you ever thought possible, if you can deliver. I'll be in touch.
Alright, so that's the Rosewater trailer. Coming soon. No longer 2021. Now here's hoping that 22 would be a goodbye party to the pandemic, so Rosewater would be a great bonus. Yes. Oh, no, you cried at the end of Lamplights? Oh, no. I mean... Oh, no, but also... Oh. Also, thank you for the follow, Soxy Creations. Hello. Welcome. You're just in time to be here after I played the Rosewater trailer. Ugly Cry, great story. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I'm glad. It's always... I mean, I don't want to make people cry, but I'm glad that you connected with the story to such a level that it made you cry. It's very kind. Okay, so I am sketching out this very crude sketch of this place. Let's have a chair in front of this desk because desks need chairs. I feel like I've drawn so many roll top desks and chairs in this game. You always need to find a way to make these things more interesting. Put a nightstand here. There's only so many ways you can make like somebody's room look interesting. But this one in particular is inside a converted crashed airship and should tell us about the character a little bit. So yeah, it's one of those things. Anyway, do you still use AGS? Yes, I do. In fact, I have it open right now. I'm going to be using it as soon as I finish this sketch. It was great. We really got into it. Very good. I'm sure it was more like cry totally worth it kind. Yes. Now that the FDA approved the vaccine of 5 to 11-year-old kids, then maybe things will get better, I hope. I hope so. I hope so. I definitely want to be able to travel again. That would be very nice. I would definitely miss going to Adventure X. Okay, so let's put in some like religious iconography in here, because this is a religious movement. This is one of those new religious movements. So I guess instead of a painting over her bed, she would have a cross over her bed. So let's do that. She have a big old cross over her bed. And yeah, let's have a light up here. Just be also more interesting. And the back wall here needs some stuff. And there needs to be more stuff over here as well. Yeah, she should have a plant also. Floorboards, of course. That's really bad. Forgive that horrible stretch of thing there. Alright, let me put the painting over here. I mean, it could be like a photograph of her and her mother. That's one of those, that's something someone would have, right? She can have a rug by her bed. Yes, a new religious movement that is not a cult. Is it a minimalistic, almost aesthetic room, or the type that has a ton of icons and stuff? Well, this room in particular, you're supposed to like search, so it should have lots of things to look at. It shouldn't be bare. I'm just thinking of things in the sketch to put in. I mean, obviously, when I actually draw it properly, that's the time when I decide the actual details to put in, but I like to be able to kind of visualize the details as thoroughly as possible when I'm sketching out the room. So, yeah. She should have a bookcase. I mean, she obviously would have a bookcase and like books to read, and I don't know if you would necessarily read them. Like, she should at the very least keep a diary that you could read. So we'll have her have a bookcase over here. And let's have, let's see, what else? There's kind of a lot of empty space here that I'm not too fond of. Maybe I should just move it all over. This room's kind of wide compared to how the door is there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So let's do this. Let's pick up this part of the room, because magic. Shift it over this way, like that. That's a lot better. And adjust for perspective, because the perspective is now off. Big time. Right. So that goes that way. This kind of stays the same, although not really. This is bigger. That's kind of the same also, but this is now this way. This needs to be more this way. There we go. I mean, that obviously is completely wrong now. Whoop, I know no pixels were selected. Leave me alone. Deselect. There we go. Alright, gotta restart that. Alright, so this goes this way. Chair. And coat rack. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna put the coat rack here. Closer to the front. Although the coat racks are usually by the door, because that's the first thing you take off when you come in and the first thing you put on, or the last thing you put on before you go out. So the coat rack would make more sense if it's by the door. But there needs to be something here to... I was just going to mention the bookcase. Books are a good place to hide stuff or just make people think there are hidden stuff in there. Yes, that's true, actually. She should also have a chest. Because everyone has a chest. And that's the things that you want just to look through. Okay. And then for the foreground objects, I guess we can have like a frame here of like a ship thing. Some sort of ship shape. No pun intended. What am I talking about? Pun is always intended. Let me have a look at my reference here. She should also have like a mirror or something. Maybe not. I mean, just like some papers or something. Some rolled up papers. Maybe a candle or something interesting in the foreground. Foreground objects are always fun to figure out. Let's do a candle here. Alright. Okay, so now we save this as Eliza quarters. Because these are the quarters of a character named Eliza. I'm sure that is obvious in my naming. Alright, so I'll save a copy on my desktop. And proceed to import it in AGS as room 117. So first things first, we set the room edges, very important. 1035, yes. And 0. Alright. And then we set the hotspot, which is the door. That's the wrong color. Excuse me. Woof. H door. Good old-fashioned bedroom sink. Hello, big K69er. Actually, there isn't a sink in this bedroom. But, maybe there should be. Alright, so exit is up, which is 3. Let's do the old walkable areas. Walkable area 1, which is here. And here, and walkable area 2, which is all of this, and back here behind the bed to the bookcase, and we will say that it is minimum scaling level is, let's say, 60, maybe. We'll see how it looks. Okay. So this is, yeah, alright, so if you interact with the door, we will start cutscene. Mouse click. Player walk. Ah, it happened again. Walk to those coordinates. Face direction up. 113. I don't know the coordinates yet. And then in cutscene. Alright. Sorry. My eye is itchy. A jar of water with a bowl for washing, drinking, and peeing. All in one. Efficiency. Okay, so let's zoom on over here and so walkable areas. Change this as well. Put this over here. Here. 117. 113. These coordinates facing down. Okay. And then, or laziness, according to some famous person. Howard Hughes, maybe? Alright, and then we got this here. So this is Eliza quarters. And it is an exit. Actually, it's going to be a hotspot, but for now, it's going to be an exit. So let's make it an up exit. And when you interact with it, oops. All right, player walk. Player walk. I'm getting hangry now. 2074 511. 2074 511. Block walkable areas. Player face direction up. And player change room 117. 649436. Direction down. Okay. Test time. Oh, I see. He had a lot of followers that he bought. When some bot came into his stream and asked if he wanted to buy followers. Alright. So now I just gotta test. I should be fine just loading my autosave. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so we come out here. Let's fix this because this is gonna happen again. There we go. But now that the code is in, she should be gone when I go back in there. Yeah, now she's gone and now it works properly. And now, if we come here, she walks over here. And look at that, she's the correct scaling too. Isn't that nice? So now we do that, she walks up this way. Cool, and last thing I want to test is to make sure that the scaling in the graveyard looks alright. If she were to walk a little bit faster, that would be fantastic. But alas, my computer does not like OBS and AGS running at the same time, so it slows down to a crawl. So there's that. Alright. This is so cool. This is what the game looks like for like 90% of the time before I put in final art assets. This is what Lamplight City looked like. This is what every game I make looks like before I put in final art. It's just crappy sketches and you have no idea what's happening anywhere. Although now that I have hotspot highlighters, you can actually see exits. Anyway, alright, cool. So that looks fine. Oh, look, and here's our little friend who I put down here. Hey, little tiny friend from another game. What are you doing down there? Nothing. Alright. Cool. All right. Well, I am starving, so I'm going to call it a stream. But thank you all for coming. I appreciate you coming and watching and spending the time. Harley is not in a hurry. No, she's not. Have you looked into OBS settings for that? Not yet. I actually should look at my NVIDIA settings. But I'll check those out. Bone reassembly puzzle. Anyway, yeah, thank you all for coming. We're going to raid Ivy Dupler. Ivy Dupler is a voice actor who you may recognize from Lamplight City. She played 4 characters in that. She was Juliet Montgomery. She was Emily Morgan. She was... Gosh, who else was she? She was Angela Maxwell. And she was someone else. Ruby, the LeBron James of the prostitutes. Anyway, she's streaming right now. I believe she's playing a Nancy Drew game. So let's raid her and say hello and all that. So yeah, thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time. I might stream again on Friday, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do a special Halloween stream on Saturday. We'll see. I'll figure it out. Anyway, if not, see you all next week for Wild West Wednesday. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for the follows. Bye.